morning, happy Saturday, welcome to Weekend Skills Lab. I am Christy and today we're going to do garden chores. Imagine that. It is spring and that is what we're doing this spring. So what we're going to work on first today is another pool in the pool garden. It was not planned, but it is what it is. So the dogs drink from a pool in the backyard. They don't swim in it, it's just a big water bowl. It's really all it is. But their last pool got a hole in the bottom of it. Happens. They're plastic. And it is now living in the pool garden. And so when I went in March to replace it, the only pools that the hardware store had available at that time were really too big. And honestly, it turned out to be definitely too big. So I can't lift it very well. That is a new pool that I just got this week at Walmart. Much smaller, easier to dump because they have to be dumped. We can't have mosquito habitats around here, and it rains and they get dirty, you know. So anyway, the other pool is now going to become part of the pool garden, which I'm about to make room for, and I want to show you how I do that. So with the tool, this is a soldering iron. I'm going to burn holes all through the bottom of it to make drainage, and put some dirt in it. And I'm actually going to put some potatoes. I bought some seed potatoes, also at Walmart. But not only seed potatoes, I also have a bag. I bought on purpose a bag of organic Yukon Gold potatoes to put in there too. So we're going to see, kind of experiment a little bit and see, was it worth it to buy 5 potatoes for the same amount of money that I spend on a whole bag? I don't know. So we're gonna see how that works, if we even get any potatoes out of this. I've tried potatoes before and got nothing. Hey, same story, different vegetable. So we're learning here, and I think that's kind of why they say, you know, don't start a garden because you have to, because it's probably not going to work. Yeah, my first couple of gardens, I got nothing. This year is actually looking more promising than any of them ever have, so yay. And this will be my fourth, fourth garden to start. I think it's my 4th year planting. So, oh, and before I forget, another thing I'm going to do is re-sow some radishes. So that first soil that I got at Lowe's in the yellow bags is very, very woody, and as a result I have a ton of roly-polies, and they have decimated all of those radishes that I planted. So I'm going to replant those. I've also last night amended, I put some blood meal down because the wood in that soil will also deplete the nitrogen. I'm glad that the roly-polies ate the radishes and not my peppers, but I'm still not happy with it. So I'm going to restart the radishes and the potatoes. I think that's it for planting things today. All right, so there we go. And as you can see, I mean, there was no method to how I poked the holes. It just, I started out with a pattern and quickly lost it. So, and you can actually do that with any plastic container that you want to turn into a planter. Just burn some holes in it. This pool garden is definitely becoming bigger, so I'm going to put it there next to the zucchini and pumpkins, and I moved the onions over here, and that's actually spinach back there. That was the sunflowers and I've turned it into spinach. So the corn's up here. It takes quite a bit of soil to fill these pools up, especially this size. So always bad. It's a lot of soil. All right, so that was 6 bags. 1.5 or 0.75 cubic feet per bag, so 4.5 cubic feet in here. Tempted to put one more, but I'm gonna leave it and put some potatoes in it. All right, so I have this bag of seed potatoes, which has 5 in it, and then I have this bag of just grocery store, organic, Yukon, or just gold potatoes, it says. I'm not going to put too many in there because they don't have a lot of depth, but I'm going to put the 5 seed potatoes and probably 2 of these. Okay, and so a big empty bed of dirt is just asking for squirrels. So I'm gonna put some trash cans on top. All right, those are not placed in any particular order or area. It's not probably even where I put the potatoes, but the whole point is to keep the squirrels out. And I wanted to show you what I'm doing on the zucchini. Let me get up under it so you can see it a little better. I'm pulling the bottom leaves off of the zucchini. So I'm just pulling those bottom leaves off, and I'm clipping them up onto these stakes to do a vertical and keep the bugs off of them. So we're going to see how that works. It looks prettier, definitely, than all sprawled out. I'm already getting a flower there, so that's awesome. Yeah, so these look good. These look nice. I threw some Malabar spinach in that grow bag. It's a heat-resistant spinach. See if I can get some of that. I've never grown spinach, so we'll see. These peppers over here are not necessarily loving this spot, but that's where they're going to live. These peppers are all doing good over here. And these onions, I'm going to come in here today and spoon these onions and see how they're starting to bulb. And all that means is to give it some room. Just come in around it and give it some room to expand. There's our corn. Tabasco looks awesome. These tomatoes are really taking off. Lots of tomatoes on here. None of them are ready yet, but lots of tomatoes and still more flowers even. And this one's starting to flower out now too. It's just a little behind. I don't see any tomatoes on that one yet though. And those onions, I don't know if they're gonna. Those are the ones I transplanted, but remember I said that I was okay losing those. Not really, but a few versus a whole bed I was okay with. Probably come in and pull all this garlic out the end of next month, end of May. Should be ready. And that's pineapple ground cherries. I don't actually see anything coming up in there. I see roly-polies. The pumpkins and the watermelons are coming up. And a weed. And that one sunflower, I'm just gonna leave it there. It was dead set in the middle, so I'm leaving it to be pretty. Our green beans look good still. Strawberries look good. We're not getting a ton of strawberries off of it, But what we do get, we're like eating the minute it ripens up. This is thyme in the top. I did go back and check my records. This is thyme, and also all of these are from the pecan tree. I'm just gonna flip you over. See that? The pecan tree is amazing for shade, but it's not so amazing for all of that. The second row was oregano, and it did not come up. And those are lemon basil coming up there. Peppermint did not come up. So I'm taking note of what's not coming up, and I'm going to go get rid of. I've kept those seed packets separate, and I'm going to get rid of them because they're obviously done. Because they weren't new when I opened them up to do this. That's what I'm saying. Okay, well that looks great. I'm going to come out and spoon my onions in a second. I need to do a little bit of cleanup first. These Romas have really taken off. I had to get the Big Mama stake out to get these going up. I need to get a bigger one on that. But yeah, they finally started to take off. There are a couple, like this little guy I'm not sure about. And this little guy has been struggling and struggling and struggling. So I don't know. That one just may not ever make it. The rest of these I think are going to be okay. This was like that one that I pulled. It was the second one off of that I pulled off. Oh, and my Romas did finally germinate. Those are sweet pea flowers coming up on the vine, or on the trellis. And that cucumber, that's not going to do anything. I'm pretty sure. There's our dill. So these Romas did finally germinate in here, and the sucker looks good too. So those will be ready to go replace these two Romas when they're done. I'll get 2 crops of Romas this year. I still don't see any okra. I want to resow a different okra packet this time. I did the same one twice. Nothing came up either time. And I know it's not technically hot enough, but I feel like the seedlings, it's warm enough for that. Our cucumbers are down there flowering beautifully, and our peppers have had a good soak of rain. I feel like these might be stunted, but we're gonna roll with it. Like these really hot ones, like the Death Spiral, which is this guy, and these are the Apocalypse Scorpions. They're so tiny, but those are the super, super hot ones, so I expected those to grow really slowly. More peppers in here. And you can see some of these radishes turned out well, but like all of these radishes on this end were just eaten. Half of them on the back were eaten because these all germinated. It was amazing. But no more. Something's been eaten. This was one of those yellow monster peppers. I mean, they've just decimated it. It's a weed. I got the second irrigation system set up in here. Looks good. I need to turn these down to like trickles. Okay, not bad. Potatoes getting watered in. It's gonna get muddy back here. Well, that makes me feel better. At least I got that done today. And I went ahead and I put this one, so the one that runs to the raised beds, I went ahead and put this one on there, and I ran some T connectors, I guess, just open into the green stalks, and I think that will help get these watered in too. And I think I'm hands off of watering the garden now. Very exciting.